we're running inside zone here. We're working a combination here, and basically what this is at this point is a combo between these three, and sometimes to a three technique we'll call this, especially at the linebacker. A lot of it has to do, our call is based on whether the linebacker's in the A gap or not. Sometimes if he's out of A gap, we might work the combo between the front side three. But obviously on the backside, our backside backers walked out of the box. We should be expecting slant right here and working through this DN. He folds back over the top. We'll sift through to him. And then what we want to really do on the backside is we want to go and put our eyes just 1 inch past the nose of that defender, and then drive. And if he lets us capture that inside position right there, we're going to try to drive that inside position through and create the space here. If he wants to move his body, take away inside position, we'll continue to drive, and that might create space behind us to run the football. Our back basically is chasing the hip, play side hip of the center. One thing, just as we watch cut-ups, I've already watched cut-ups that we said, we need to get better at that. We felt like we were sometimes a little bit too downhill as you watch this. But the center is working this combo, and really the center should just be one step. And if there's no action from the right, really he should be second step up the field. He's too many steps to the right here, and you're going to see him. Then he tries to go back and hit the guy. Just too much. You ain't got time to do all that stuff. You can help one side or the other, And so step, get vertical. Really, what I'd like to see him do is step, get vertical, help here on the A gap player, and then work that combo up to 15. Here's a good look at the left guard, lifting this guy's hips up, lifting his shoulder pads up. You can see how he lifts, boom, and his elbows go inside, and he gets leverage. And now we need to drive our feet, where our feet are kind of shuffling there rather than driving. We need more leg drive. So another shot here, almost the same exact front, right? So now a little bit of a difference, so that we have a shade back here instead of a 2-eye. So the center is really now thinking, I'm taking one step, checking three, my guy's in the A gap, and then that's where my double team help is going to happen right off the bat. So you can see him kind of step left, check, no action from the left, so double on the right, and there he is. And you can see him kind of striking and lifting those hips. And really right now at this point, this double team is no different than the double team we work between a backside guard and tackle, and that center's lit. The really nice thing he does is he lifts that dude's chest up, and as he lifts the chest, you're going to see he kind of scoots that guy back out of the hole. We're driving our eyes through where the tip of the shoulder pad basically, and now we're creating space in that hole right there to run the football. I like if you kind of think about the boards, the step's probably a little long, but you're going to see him strike a second step at the target. And you're going to see his hands now. Watch the action of his hands. We slow down. See how they circle and they're all wild. So here's the guy that's played football for 5 or 6 years, man. And you're like, Coach, why you do those drills? This is why. Because you get in the game and you just, taking drill work to teamwork, and executing those hands inside, because this guy's got his hands inside of us, and that's going to make our life harder, right? Now he's doing a good job of engaging his leg drive and driving his feet, but not as good as we want. All right, so here we are again to a 3 technique. Now 2-eye backside. Now our backer is really backside here. Okay. I'm sorry, but we ID'd this one. We ID'd this one outside, basically push, but I don't think that got communicated all the way on this. Actually, this is all kind of screwed up really if you look at it, but I'm going to go.
Hey, Josh, on the previous one,
with
your tackle on the backside, kind of on it by himself. What are your cues to him when he, I think, probably has that sift look on the backside, the previous one? Yeah, this one.
Yeah, when he's sifting. So here, here we're sifting. So obviously the ID is here. Here's the first guy passed. We saw the first one he was up. Just basically that these guys are outside of me. The more that this guy gets head up to inside of me, it's the same thing. Then I'll join the double team inside. Obviously, as you join an inside double team with you and the guard, they can always do things, and people are always doing kind of stuff like, where they're playing games with DN and this guy sitting inside and jumping back out with both guys outside of me. Basically, what we're going to do for an aim point is we're going to try to step up the field, and we want to climb up the field on this. Basically so we can stop this guy from crossing our face from a lateral standpoint. But we want to step up the field with our outside foot. We're going to kind of aim at a spot where we're trying to hit, if we look at the DN here, we would anticipate he's going to take that kind of angle, just how his hips are lined up, right? And we're trying to aim at a spot where we're still going to hit his inside half up the field with our outside hand. And so we can get a shot on him. So you're kind of seeing the right tackle. He was a little concerned here, all right, with that kind of movement because the guy's close to him. And the wider this guy gets, the more we will be at the inside number of this defensive end. This guy's setting in a position where he can float pretty fast. The tackle is kind of taking a look at him, then trying to get a piece of the DN to expand that hole. And then, this guy kind of set inside a little bit. Obviously, he's seeing the ball thrown or seeing the quarterback pull it to throw it, or he's seeing it thrown there. And then he starts to work back out. But we're just trying to keep this guy at bay a little bit to maintain and create space and keep the spacing of us being able to hit that cutback is all we're basically doing.
Gotcha.
And a little bit of our technique is just based on where's that linebacker at. Obviously, if he was wider out here, we'd be more aggressive, with a little bit more angle out into the, we don't want to go out here where this guy cross our face, but a little more upfield angle kind of out where this guy, where we can get a piece of that guy and get on him a little bit.